I'm about to embark on TikTok's hardest fitness transformation. 75-day hard. I was scrolling TikTok one day and saw a 75-day hard transformation. I clicked on it because I was extremely curious because it was a ton of clickbait. Proceeded in TikTok fashion down a 1-hour binge watch of every single 75 hard day transformation.
I started a really tough program. It's called 75 Hard, and it's really tough, dude. It's like the highest level of discipline.
75 Hard is a mental toughness challenge by Andy Frisella. You do the challenge for 75 days. If you miss one day of the task that he gives you, then you have to start from day one again.
You want to quit being sad, anxious, depressed? The time. You gotta do 75 hard.
So I'm on day 32 of 75 of the 75 hard.
There are alarming things about this, which is why I'm doing it, to showcase how alarming this actually is and how dangerous this program has become. I'm someone who really values sustainable health. I myself dealt with multiple eating disorders when I was younger and fell into a rut of exercise obsession and orthorexia. It was a fun combo. Over my recovery journey, I found a beautiful relationship with food and exercise, and I'm super grateful for that. Getting to this place of full recovery, though, has made me extraordinarily aware of the very unhealthy things that we see online all the time, that so many people, I'm talking about billions, yes, that hashtag 75hard has been used over 1 billion times. And that's concerning to me because when I look at it, I go, that, my friends, is a quick way to completely destroy your mental and physical health. For the sake of teaching you guys via experience, I'm going to do the 75 hard day challenge for 3 days. So we got some rules to make sure we set right now to make sure that I do this program right. Why are we sitting on my ground? That's actually a really good question. I have to put on my tennies because for the 75-day hard challenge, you have to work out twice a day for 45 minutes each, but one of them has to be outdoors. All right, my tennies are on and ready to go. All right, the second rule here is that you have to be on a diet. It leaves that up to interpretation, whatever you decide you want to do for a diet. I take it's meaning it has to be what diet culture would label as clean eating. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do for this challenge is pretty much no gluten, no dairy, no sugar, no processed food, no fried food, no chips. Means you, my sweet biscotti, are going to have to go away in the cupboard. Because the diet is so unclear, I'm pretty much going to be just following what a lot of other people do because I figured that's probably what everyone else is doing, right? Just following and mimicking what other people are doing. So basically what I saw online is a lot of people eating fruit like grapefruit and bananas and apples, doing things like lemon water in the morning, having lean meats. I don't think I've ever bought turkey ever in my life. I am a beef type of girl. I like my fatty meats, but I got all natural ground turkey just for this challenge. Oh, and one last thing with this whole diet thing, you're not supposed to be drinking any alcohol. I take it that you're not supposed to be drinking any sodas either. I'm gonna lump those all in together. I don't drink alcohol and I rarely drink soda. So that is gonna be very easy for me to check off, but I know for a lot of people that's probably going to be extraordinarily hard. But just because I don't drink doesn't mean that I don't have something that's going to be extraordinarily hard for me to let go of. I have to let go of chocolate for the 75-day hard challenge. And that, my friends, is going to be a big, big battle for me. Step 3 is to drink water. Oh wait, I think it's supposed to be a gallon of water. Wait a minute, guys. I don't even think this is a gallon of water. How much is this? 946 milliliters. Oh my gosh, I found a gallon. And this is insane. I use this to water my plants. because my tree over there, like a big, huge tree, needs a gallon of water in a week. And so I have this gallon here. This, my friends, is what I use to water my tree. I am now going to use this as my water bottle for each and every day of this challenge. This is a lot. This is a lot. Oh my gosh, like my muscles. I could like literally 1, 2. I feel like this feels like 10 pounds at least, but this like weighs more than my niece. And she's like a year old. This is, this is intense. Now, this is probably the one rule in this whole program that I'm like, yes, this is amazing. I'm actually excited for this, and I think it's a really good goal for a lot of people to hit. The rule is to read 10 pages of a nonfiction book. Here's the thing though. I'm in the middle of a fiction book, and like all I ever read is nonfiction. And part of my like health imbalance is to read a little fiction. And so A Court of Thorns and Roses, if you haven't heard of it, I've been reading it and I really love it, and I want to continue reading it for this challenge, even though I know it's not actually the rule of this challenge, but it's okay, we're making an exception. Good thing I'm a fashion model, guys. All right, I don't think the hoodie and the sweatpants are gonna cut it for these progress pictures, so off they go. You guys, I swear I'm going to do well in this challenge, but it starts tomorrow. Gotta get that bread in before I go gluten-free for 3 days, right? I mean, am I right or am I right? Almost done, guys. About 5 more minutes and 44 minutes to go. All right, you guys, workout done, 45 minutes. Oh my God. So real talk here, guys. I was at the gym this morning. Halfway through, I started feeling pretty crampy. And while it was an intense leg workout, it wasn't my legs that were feeling crampy. It was my uterus. I just looked at my Flow app and realized that I am getting my period today. This makes it uber fun to do a hard workout challenge. And I thought to myself, okay, do I scratch this? Do I start filming another week? Like, let me just film next Monday. But then I was like, no. I am not doing what all of these other science studies and researchers do, which is let's take women out of the study because their hormones wreck everything. If you guys didn't know, this is what they do with like intermittent fasting. Nearly all the studies are done on men because what happened when they added women to the mix? Oh, women's hormones messed up the results of the study. So let's just take women out, let's omit them, and then let's give this information to men and women without specifying that, hey, this research actually wasn't done on women. And so the effects of intermittent fasting, they're talking about men. I am not going to change the fact that I'm doing this challenge just because I'm on my period, because guess what? If you were doing 75-day hard, A woman's gonna have a couple cycles. And the whole point of this thing is like mental toughness, fight through it, right? And I just think that's the wrong attitude, especially for women who have a cycle that calls us to rest certain times of the month. I usually don't exercise during my period. I usually stay low because guess what? I'm bleeding, but I just wanted to put this out here that this is one of the reasons why I don't think this is sustainable or healthy, because it's not taking into account the fact that there are moments where you need to rest, and it is okay to rest, and you shouldn't just push through things just for the sake of pushing through things, because we have glorified in our world this idea of I'm going to push. I'm going to push through things. I'm not going to eat all day because I need to get work done, right? That is, to me, a very unhealthy attitude that as a society we have adopted, and I think it leads to a lot of burnout, a lot of stress, which leads to a lot of depletion in health. And so it's funny that we have this health program out here, the 75-day hard, that is like, we want to build mental toughness, we want to build health and agility and all of that, right? And then at the same time, it's like, you're going to lead me to burnout, which is going to decrease my mental health, and it's also going to decrease my physical health. So thank you very much. I still think this is the most ridiculous part of the challenge. I can't even hold it up with one hand. This is the thing that is just like so ridiculous here in my mind with this, because people are taking this like seriously. And the thing that scares me is that most people, I mean, I would say I don't even know a person. So let's just, round down to most people. This is an inordinate amount of water. That's something I see in the fitness community that just like drives me insane, is this just like forcing of water all of the time, when overhydration is a very serious thing. And I see everyone around carrying these huge water bottles thinking, oh, I need to be healthy, I need to drink more, oh, I should drink more, I should drink more. It's like every single solution to any like health problem that you have, like I guarantee you there's like a million people out there saying like drinking more water will solve your issue. Overhydration is something that I see in my clients all the time because they are utilizing water to suppress their appetite. Little do they know at the time that they're doing it that they're severely messing things up. And reading just on Google, like good old Google, it will give us some common sense at times. Water intoxication, which is excessive intake of water. Not at all what this is. Water intoxication, also known as water poisoning or hyperhydration or overhydration or water toxemia, is a potentially fatal disturbance in brain functions that result in the normal balance of electrolytes in the body is pushed outside safe limits by excessive water intake. How many times has the hashtag 75hard been used again? That hashtag 75hard has been used over 1 billion times. That's a lot of people trying to force down this much water every single day for 75 days. I actually cringe at this. So listen up, guys. This is what I'm going to do to try and make the drinking of this a little bit safer and healthier. I poured this, which luckily got rid of quite a bit. I poured this into here, and I'm going to take an electrolyte packet and I am going to mix this up into my water. That way I'm at least getting electrolytes with my water, because again, I don't want to dilute all of my sodium and I don't want to have an electrolyte imbalance. So I'm going to pour this in here, especially because I'm doing 2 workouts in a day. I feel like if I was truly doing 75 hard, this would be like a must to have like a lot of different electrolyte packets. All right, guys, I got some turkey breast deli slices. I thought that this was very kind of diet-y. Again, I'm trying to eat how I see other people eat online on all these TikToks. They're pretty much doing salads, lean meats, no sugar, you know, no gluten, like all of that stuff. So I'm trying to copy them, okay? It's not my ideal diet. It's not what I think is a healthy diet. I'm trying to do what I feel like most people are doing. So I'm gonna get a good amount of ham. I also have a bowl of steamed and lightly oiled Brussels sprouts. And then I'm gonna do a little like nuts situation, and then I am going to probably drink a green juice after. I figure that's pretty much like similar to what I'm seeing online.
75 hard is a horrendous framework. You should not do it. Here's why. It says follow a diet. What diet? If you're gonna diet, you need a plan based on your goals. You can't just follow some random diet.
This truly, honestly, is one of the issues, is that they tell people to just do a diet. And I think when most people think of a diet, they think of something super, super restrictive, low cal, and I don't know, just not supportive enough. Like, I think there needs to be some guidance in that. Otherwise, people are just going to eat this for lunch and then think that that's enough and think that they don't need to eat carbs, even though if you're using your muscles that much, especially when you're working out, like, you always need carbs. Don't get me wrong. You always need carbs. And no, a Brussels sprout is not a carb, guys. What are you guys thinking? You need carbs, especially if you're working out. And I think when a lot of people hear diet, they think low carb, hence why I don't really have carbs here, which is gonna be a little bit of issue, but I know I'm gonna get in my rice tonight. A lot of people are doing this challenge to lose weight and to have this like big transformation. And I can just only imagine so many people just like going hard on this, on the like, I'm doing all the workouts, I'm gonna be eating super, super clean, super, super strict. And oh my gosh, I can just imagine the boxes of pizza that are gonna be lined up at their door the day it hits day 76. This really sets you up for like the binge restrict cycle. I see this all the time where someone goes super, 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 super hard on the diet, and then they just go crazy, and then they just want to eat all the ice cream, all the donuts, all the cookies, and all of the bread, and they just want to like go crazy. And not that those things are bad, but they like start overdoing it, right? Where it's like you can't just have like 2 or 3 pieces of toast. All of a sudden you're eating like the whole baguette, or you're eating like the whole pint of ice cream instead of just having like some ice cream here and there, right? And that usually makes them end up feeling super bad about themselves, and then usually they have a rebound in weight gain, and then they want to restrict again, and then it takes them through this yo-yoing cycle, which is probably one of the most damaging things for your metabolism, to be honest.
Lastly, no cheat meals? Bro, 75 days, you're gonna have family dinners, work events, parties, dates. You gotta have some balance. No cheat meals is literally just gonna set you up for failure.
When you hear the word diet, it usually means something unsustainable and unhealthy. The irony of it all. Another day, another workout. I am pretty sore right now. My legs especially are pretty sore. So I'm gonna do an upper body day, an arm workout. So let's get to it. I got my water bottle. I'm drinking this morning. I gotta get through a lot of this during this workout, otherwise I'm just gonna fail miserably.
You won't wait forever, so just hear me out. It is not like I don't want you, just scared to try. Even if the odds are in my favor, I just need more time. So if you wait just a little bit longer, I will treat you right. Treat you right, yeah. Soon as I saw you, I knew it's never right now, right now. 'Cause someone like you wouldn't take that. I don't even try,
All right, my healthy, clean eating diet would not be complete, right guys, without this one thing that I went very early to Whole Foods for this morning. I got not 1, but 2 different little packets of vegan protein powder. Why? Like, I never spend my money on this crap. But for the sake of, we're trying to do what everyone else will do on a diet, we're going for it. All right, I got some water in here. Oh gosh, this is gonna spill everywhere. We are going to try the old school method of shaking it up first, and then if that doesn't like work, I'll get in the milk frother. Arm workout ×2. So yeah. I do not ever buy these things because I think they are just a waste of money. I should have mixed that in with milk, shouldn't I have? Water's not the best to mix this stuff in with, is what I just learned in the last 3 seconds. All right, we got some Chobani vanilla creamer going in this because, you know, your girl's gotta eat something that tastes good. Made it better. So here's my thing with protein powder. I used to do like a lot of like the Vega protein powder back when I was vegan, and it just honestly really hurt my stomach. I think the stevia, the mixture of all the plant proteins, it doesn't do my stomach well. It's not the best, so I would rather just eat eggs for my protein in the morning. There's nothing like putting on workout clothes for the 2nd time in a day and the 4th time in 2 days. It doesn't feel good. It is pretty cold out right now, hence the jacket. I need to go outside for my outdoor 45-minute workout. The electrolyte water is like saving me. It's the only way I'm getting water down. It is currently 3:30 p.m. and I've gotten, okay, it doesn't look like a lot, but I promise you it's been a lot. It feels like it's been a lot. All right, so here's my whole thing on this whole like workout twice a day for 75 days. You have to be smart about it. And this is why this program kind of sucks, because they don't give you any guidance, any direction in like, this is how to safely do this and effectively do it. So many people who have jumped into this program don't have a history of being athletic, and that's a lot to just jump in from not doing anything to doing something 2 times a day for 45 minutes. Your muscles aren't going to be able to recover in time. So if you're going to do this, you have to be very smart about how you're going to do this. So this is my method. I figured do weight training in the morning and then do either cardio or some form of like outdoor yoga or biking in the afternoon. So something a little bit lighter, more cardio based, because even I, as someone who's very proficient in the gym, I can't weight train every single day. My muscles are gonna be way too fatigued and it's not gonna be efficient at all. I'm gonna start actually putting myself at risk for injury, which is something I definitely do not wanna do. And then I've been having to factor in while I work out the fact that I am going to have another workout in just a couple of hours. So that's impacted my training quite a bit as well, because I can't go all out. I don't like this. I would rather like literally go hard, have a good, efficient, effective workout like 3 times a week, then work out twice a day, 7 days a week. Like that just makes no sense to me, especially when there's a huge risk and danger of overtraining. So if you don't know what overtraining is, or relative energy deficiency in sport, I highly recommend Googling it. Or I have some other videos about it. Or you can go on my Instagram and learn about my story and everything I know about overtraining and relative energy deficiency in sport. I know a lot because I went through it, and it's quite awful. During that time of overtraining, I lost my period for 11 years. I had massive digestive issues. My hair was falling out all the time. I couldn't sleep at all. I had insomnia. So again, it's back that whole like mental toughness thing. This is supposed to be building my resilience, but like overtraining and hitting these walls is gonna do nothing but completely deplete your mental state of well-being. All right, so we know that like every single fitness regime loves the good old progress pic, right? And it's time to retire it. This program is all about mental toughness. It's all about pushing yourself for the sake of pushing yourself, really is what it is. I don't get how progress pics fit into that. So we're somehow then making it not about the mind and making it about the body. And listen, I'm all for people shifting and changing their body and becoming stronger and losing weight. I'm not against that. But I think that this like old school approach to let's take pictures every day needs to just be full on retired and thrown into the trash. It's going to impact your mental health for sure. Like if that picture does not look dramatically different, you're probably going to negate all the like positive mental benefits that happen during whatever program you were doing because you're putting such an emphasis on the physical. When a lot of transformation happens just internally. And I think it's just a lot of pressure for our bodies to shift and change. And I feel like by taking a picture every single day and standing in front of the camera like this, microanalyzing every single little thing happening, I just feel like that's a bit much to do daily. Like you should know if your body is feeling better, if you're being more energized, if you have a better metabolism. Like you should be able to feel that, and you should be able to see it without photos, right? And I feel like it's like, wow, we need the nitty gritty details of like exactly how many centimeters you came off of your waist. And I'm just like, I'm just not all for that, because then what happens when you leave the 75 days and that centimeter comes back on? You're gonna start panicking. And so I'm just always really a little cautious when it comes to things like taking a picture of my body every day, especially because I am a human body that shifts and changes every day. So like right now on my period, definitely way more bloated than normal, right? I actually just did a fascinating video that you guys might be interested in seeing after this, and that is a full day of bloat. And I was actually like, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit shocked here at like the natural just expansion of my body throughout a day. But it was all just to show that like we shift and we change. And so taking pictures every single day, especially when we are humans who shift and change, is like, it doesn't allow us room to just be in our body and allow it to do its thing. Instead it's like, no, I need you to be different, and if you're not different, then I'm gonna get stuck in my head about how I'm not perfect, and then I'm gonna start doing really, really restrictive behaviors to try and get my body to shift and change. And it's just, you can be going like this forever. It's kind of like stepping on the scale. It's the same thing. So this just seems more like a marketing thing so that like everyone can show their before and afters to get more people hyped onto like doing this. It's sounding very MLM schemy now, to be honest. But this is just a no for me. It's uncomfortable. I didn't even like doing it, and I have good body image. And I just don't want to know what my behind looks like. I just would rather play Innocence is Bliss. Well, at the end of the day, what I can say is I made it, I survived. But I think moral of the story is if it smells like a duck and quacks like a duck, then it most likely is a duck. So if it smells like diet culture, then it probably is, and it's probably best to stay away. Here on this channel, which I hope you've already taken the time to subscribe and to like this video so that you can come and play with me and all my other fun adventures I'm going to be going on. Here on this channel, we want to find sustainable health. We want to find real health, not this fake facade of health that is kind of just thrown out as on social media and via diet culture. We are here to take care of our bodies, to nourish our bodies, to live intuitively, and to throw away all rules that are stopping us from actually loving our life. At the end of it all, I think the thing that I have to say about this specific program is that I'm actually thoroughly impressed that so many people make it to day 75. I know for sure, and again, I'm someone who is already athletic and I do already eat pretty well. I know for sure I would fail. I mean, come on, you guys, I still got most of the jug left. So if you are here with me till the very end, I absolutely love you. Hello, hi, let's become besties. But I really want you to comment down below, what was the most shocking about this whole program? And what things did I not catch that I probably should have talked about? I'm sure you guys can think of a thing or two. And of course, if you've done the 75 hard, I would love to know how that experience went for you, so jot that down below. Let's all learn from each other, guys. I love you, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. Wait a minute, did you guys see this video over here? I talk about how I got my period back after 11 years of amenorrhea. Also, I did a really cool video over here a while back talking about my whole story of leaving veganism. that was a doozy with so many comments on that video. A lot of you guys really connected. So you got your pick here of the next video to watch. Which one are you gonna pick? All right, see you guys.